Welcome to Real Estate Done Rightish, your favorite podcast for realtors by realtors. I'm Jen.
And I'm Annalie, and we're combined 30 years?
It's more now. It's like 31 at least. We've been doing this a year. 30, well, combined.
32. You said 30. You got to
It's 32. No, we're going. We're rolling with it.
Okay, for a combined 32 years, we should actually do this math.
Yeah.
We've been working in this industry just trying to figure it out. And by figuring it out,
we're trying to get the intro to our podcast right still. But also,
we mean,
oh God, this is getting really long. Our January motivation lasted until January 5th, and it's only the 6th. That's not funny.
he said it wrong.
How do you say it right then? Say it right.
I think what I said was amazingly, our motivation for the new year lasted through January 5th. Unfortunately, it's now January 6th.
It's so funny. Here we are, folks.
Okay, well.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We're here for the new year. You see how we fumble through things sometimes.
Sometimes. Pretty much all the time.
But we're here. Also,
We're
this
here.
booster chair is not boostery enough. I'm sitting on a pillow, folks, so that I can be the same. Annie's got a longer torso, and she's a little taller.
Yeah, I'm 7 inches taller than you. It's not just my torso. I can put myself smaller.
Oh, that's good.
I'm also sitting like on my foot or like on my leg because it's comfortable.
Oh, well, then you're giving yourself an extra 3 inches, and you're making it very difficult for me to feel
we should
equal.
have figured this out before we started recording.
Okay, anyways, Happy New Year. We're here. We took a few weeks off for the holidazzles because we can if we want.
We can do whatever we want. How was your holiday?
Are you asking me or the listeners?
Asking you. I wanted a response, and I don't think anybody is going to respond from the void in our room here.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. So anyway, how was your holiday, Jen?
I mean, I feel like I spent some of it with you. That was spectacular.
We did spend some of it together.
We had a fun New Year's Eve together. We stayed up until midnight.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've made it to midnight in like 5 years.
Yeah, no, me either. I don't think.
Oh no,
I
one
have to
year
think
I
back.
was with you.
We stayed up.
We stayed up late, remember?
No, which year? What were we doing?
It was last year. We were at the Vikings game.
Oh, yeah.
And then
we did
left-
stay up late.
We left early and got home and we were like, look at us. We're like sober and it's 10 p.m. because the Vikings were losing horribly to the Packers. So we left. And
then we didn't stay
And then we
sober.
sat and all of a sudden, well, we didn't, I don't think we drank that much, but we stayed up really late.
Yeah, we did stay up
We
late.
chatted until late into the night. Anyway.
But this New Year's Eve, Annalie was so kind, and she made some amazing risotto and huge, what are they called? King shrimp? I don't even know if that's what they're called. They're big. They're
Prawns.
monster prawns. And
Shrimps.
then she had all these little rituals, which was so sweet. So
we did a bunch of things.
we started by writing on Post-it notes things we wanted to release from the year before or anything prior to that. And it was me, Annie, and her mom, and we all cried and shared.
I didn't cry
You
at all.
didn't cry, actually.
Don't put your tears on
only
me.
one who cries
You might have been
all
the
the
only
time.
Yeah, these were just emotional. It's all right.
That's okay. I like that
It's good.
about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did and then you like your abundance little altar thing with the crystals and the candles and then I cried when you gave that too because I felt so
And
loved.
then we made a little thing to take an abundance bath on the first.
And I did
took
that
mine on the second.
I did mine in the first like a good student does.
Good job.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. So holidays were good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How were your holidays? Do you want to tell the same stories again?
They were good. Yeah, they were good. Yeah, I had like some holiday stuff, and then I had actually like a break where no one was in town. I was just at home alone on Christmas Day. And it was
Were you
actually
like the
kind of
kid in the
lovely.
Home Alone movie?
Yeah, got left. By my whole family went to France. No.
I was home alone.
No, I was home alone, and it was just quiet and calm and lovely. And then family came into town after that, and so yeah, it was good.
And here we are. I think
we are.
both on the same day we hit this point of like, all right, sweetheart, it's time to put your pants on and go into the office. I was going to say big girl pants, but then I just thought like real pants in general. I've been wearing sweatpants for like 2.5 weeks.
Same. I actually was nervous to put real pants on because I was like, what if none of them
I
fit
did
anymore?
put real pants on. I was like,
yeah.
It was a
It's
whole thing.
I think this year.
But it's just a little winter warmth.
Sure. I think this year, well, I don't know if this is a market thing in the Twin Cities or if it was a me thing. It's probably a little bit of both. But I had a very quiet November and December. I was looking back at past years or just like getting memories on social media. And I was like, oh, this is weird how quiet it's been. Like I have listings, but nothing was selling. I did get one thing under contract in December. But it's just been like
Crickets.
very quiet. And because of that, and because I think just like I'm coming out of a season of kind of being a little bit retracted from business and a little bit just like I'm letting business happen. And I feel like I say this every year at this time, but it does feel different this year. I feel very calm and like grounded and like for the first time I'm starting the year kind of at a zero, like a nice
just a level ground.
level. Like I'm at baseline, zero not being a bad thing. Just like I'm starting at here.
You mean that
instead
like
of
mentally, emotionally kind of? What do you mean?
all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah.
just motivationally, emotionally, physically. I'm like, I don't have any huge hurdles that I feel like I have to overcome to like be ready to be something or be like ready to do business or ready to get excited or ready to be motivated. Like I'm just kind of feel like I'm in a good
even
spot.
keeled, I feel like is what they call that.
And just kind of calm and like,
Must feel nice.
and I don't feel like, I don't feel like I have these like hurdles. I was thinking about why it feels different. And I was thinking about the last few years, there's been like, oh, once I get through this or once I get this taken care of, then I can focus on the next thing. And I don't really have any of that this year. I just am kind of starting at this very, like place of calm.
That's great.
So that feels good.
Feels amazing.
I hope now, I mean, my trick is always keep the motivation, keep that feeling. Things are going to happen. Things are going to, like life is going to life. And so how do I make sure that I'm keeping up on business or keeping motivated to keep up on business or like push business forward? Is kind of, I've been already thinking about that, but yeah.
I have thoughts about that.
Great.
Is that why we're here?
I think so.
I mean, this is not new news. I'm thinking about it for myself too, and I don't mean this to sound preachy, but I think the motivation piece, are we still on everything still? Yeah. We had a technology thing that made a weird noise. Anyways, the idea of motivation versus discipline and, just like deciding even when I don't feel motivated, how do I find discipline? But then like tangentially, I'm thinking about, I was like free writing journaling this morning and sort of posing the question, we've talked about this, maybe I can just like dive into this a little bit about how I'm building my business. I had a client of mine who I respect and is pretty eccentric and pretty woo and whatever. And she was challenging what I'm doing with the Minneapolis edit online and in a caring way. But she was like, Jen, like, that's not your frequency. That's not your vibe. Like, why are you reviewing pizza places? What are you doing? And I was telling her, I'm like, I gotta build a funnel. Like I have got to reach people and then have them see that I'm a realtor. And this is something I'm trying because I'm putting one foot in front of the other and continuing to just go. But all of that has caused me this morning to just say like, what should I be focusing on? What should I be doing? What should I be focusing on? And am I sort of like abandoning self in a micro way or not a micro way by doing something that's not fully aligned with me? I'm just asking myself those questions. And for whatever it's worth, I have to just kind of parse through what this is worth. When I free write, it's like, is this my higher self? Is this God? Is this, I don't know. Is this nothing? I don't know. But what came back was, do you think it really matters? Like, do you think it really matters what you're doing? Because God, source, universe is big enough to use anything that you're doing to co-create with you. you're just doing something. You're doing something
Yeah.
and something is good. And then the last bit of it was it talked about like expansion and just operating in joy and what it means. It was like God, I don't know, higher self was saying, or nothing, me was saying, the two most important things is that you're operating with good intention and in joy and sort of expansion. And then just like focus on that. Focus on that. So kind of related to what you were saying, it's like there's motivation, discipline, and then there's just kind of doing what I can do to try to live in a place as much as possible that is just joy, if that makes sense. Joy.
Well, and we've talked a lot in different episodes this past year about authenticity. Like how do you build a business that looks and feels the most like you? Mm-hmm. And I think that can always be shifting. And then we've also talked about that's great. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have to do the thing that you have to go just find business. Yeah. Right. And so there's that balance of like, okay, yeah, I can do all of this incredibly authentically and I'm working with clients authentically and the way I'm showing up is authentic. And, so it's like that piece can be taken care of with a big umbrella. Mm-hmm. And then, yes, you can have these lead gen, promotional, whatever you want to call it, pipeline builders, funnel fillers.
Yeah. These are good. Keep rolling with it. Yeah.
You can have a bunch of those and some of them can feel authentically like this is all I want to do. Mm-hmm. And some of them might just be a grind to get right now business. And that's a little bit about where you are in your career. Mm-hmm. I know of people who have started their first year and they have such a huge sphere of just humans they know that that's all they have to do. Yep. They only authentically have to be like a great friend and community builder and keep doing that and they're fine for the rest of their career. I don't have that. I never have. Yeah. So I'm going to have to do other things and I'm going to consistently have to do other things. So I think you can, it's yes and all of the above, both.
Yeah, that's kind of what's like settling with me is I am hopefully who I am no matter where I go, right? So the me that is into woo and crystals and love and all that stuff, I'm still that person if I'm reviewing a pizza place. I'm still that same person. It's exactly what you're saying. And then simultaneously, I'm also trying to continually ask myself, what are the things that bring me joy? So like live music. Right. Certain kinds of ways of being out in nature. Like there are things that just like, ooh, make me cry with joy, that I'm like
crying again.
Yeah, I know. When you gave me that stuff, that was real. That's like, oh, there's joy here. Yeah. That is joy to me. And so whether or not I'm doing that directly connected to my business is not necessarily the point. Then it's how can I be lit up like that as much as possible in life and bring that version of me to whatever it is I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for helping me process through that. That was a big thing.
Well, I think now is, in real estate, everybody's talking about new year, new you and New Year's resolutions. I don't have any New Year's resolutions this year. I have a lot of intentions. I have a lot of thinking I've been doing about what do I want my life to look like? What are my biggest kind of themes? People do like words of the year or things like that. I actually have, I'll share my word of the year is abundance. We talked about that a ton on New Year's Eve. And I just started when I have felt anxious. I just have started repeating that word. And we talked about on New Year's Eve, like abundance doesn't necessarily just mean money or wealth. It means abundance of love, abundance of joy. And like it can be all things and just feeling like there's enough. Yeah. So like feeling like I have abundance in everything that I need is kind of the idea. But, I've started changing all my passwords to include a form of that.
Oh, cool.
It's not the only thing, so you can't steal my identity. There's lots of other stuff involved, but it's a long word, right? And then there's other things. So, so I'm typing it and I'm thinking about it all the time.
It's really good.
Or it's showing up or whatever. So,
it's a fun idea.
So I think, and in real estate, I think I'm already seeing all these people posting about like, if you're doing resolutions right now, you're stupid. And like the world doesn't reset in January. Like January is a time of actual retraction, right? In the mother nature and in the earth. And so I'm seeing all of these things on social media that are like, now is a time for rest, not push. And now is a time for rebirth, or not rebirth, but
Going
like
inward.
going into the inward and the chrysalis kind of time. And the rebirth is spring. And so like, don't do it now. And I'm like, but we are in a business of this is a reset and it is a starting point. And we have to be pushing now to build for spring. So I'm like, I love that. I love that for you, internet. And that's not necessarily going to work for us. Right. So anyway, those are all my thoughts.
I mean, over the last many years, that's been a big ordeal for me to consider, like, how is the world functioning on a system that is not working with Mother Nature, whether it's an annual cycle or a monthly cycle or a daily cycle, and the push, push, push. And it actually, I feel like where I am now, which I'm sure will continue to evolve, echoes everything we were just talking about, which is like, how can I find ways to continue to nurture myself and feel joy and feel whole so that I can push when it doesn't necessarily feel like nature is wanting me to push right now. It's like, no, if everything else in my life or a lot in my life feels soft and easy and nurturing, I feel not depleted, and I'm able to do those things a little bit more easily. So
I don't think I completed my thought earlier because I went to the calm, but what I was talking about when I said like, I don't know if it was just me or the market where things were slower than normal.
Yeah.
But because of that, it was slow for so long that I got a really nice natural just reset also where I was itching like mid-December for it to be January.
Oh yeah, because we talked about putting our pants back on.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, can we just like get through the holidays so that, because clients and consumers, they're also
busy.
resetting they're not wanting, they're not really wanting to talk about, they're not wanting to jump into next year yet. And so yes, there's of course work that can be done and I was doing a lot of that work and laying groundwork, but it was a little bit like, okay, I'm ready for just people to be ready to go do stuff. Like I want to go do stuff. I want to go look at houses. I want to list a house. Can we get
that
there
feels
now?
Good. Yeah.
And I haven't felt that in a really long time where I was like, oh, I'm good. Resting time over. Let's go. Like, let's get
good.
And I even felt that like January 2nd, I was like, oh, it's Friday. We got to wait till Monday. Really? Because still like people are kind of not tapping in. Although I did kind of start Saturday and I had 3 new buyers reach out within 28 hours of me starting to push the energy. Do you want to hear something really funny about that?
Yes,
also?
I do. Yeah.
So phone call with my sister who's on my team on Friday. I said, I just need to manifest like a quick cash buyer who just like knows what they want and is ready to go. Okay. I wasn't specific enough because yesterday I went out with a cash buyer that's ready to go. And I think we'll be under contract this week on something. Very, very, very the lowest end of low end properties, which is fine. I don't care, but I meant a little bit more, like did a good January jump on like volume. Yeah. So I had to remanifest and say, okay, that was great. I don't want to be universe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because you gave me exactly what I asked for. I just wasn't specific enough. And so now can I just ask for like one more? I'll also go do a bunch of activities.
That's so good.
I will work for it.
Yeah.
But like,
can you just
maybe one more too?
throw me a bone? Just one more bone?
And I'll remember to be more specific next time.
Yeah. I think about that sometimes. How specific do we have to be? I don't know.
I mean, most people aren't just like asking for business and it showing up, but maybe they are.
It does work with you.
I would love to know. All right. What else are we talking about?
I don't know, but I mean, I could talk about a lot of things. I started this new book. I have 2 books I'm reading. One of these books is called Signs, and it's like kind of along that line. It's like ask for a very specific sign if you're looking for confirmation on a decision you're making, or if you want to know that a loved one is still able to communicate with you, and whatever you guys believe. I know everybody probably listening has some different beliefs on that, but it's interesting because it's worked for me. Like in the last week, I've asked for a very specific sign, like if my dad can still communicate with me, I'm not going to share what the sign is, but like a very specific, not going to be common sign, and it's shown up twice.
It's that a Dalmatian spins 3 times in front of you and then barks.
That's exactly what it is. How did you know? No, it's not what it is. But that's an interesting thing to be, and that's why I wrote that in my journal this morning. Just like, just like, let me know I'm on, like what I just wrote, just like, let me know that I'm on the right path, that it kind of really doesn't matter. Just do what you're doing with joy. And this is this very specific sign, and we'll see if I see it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Yeah. And I can't tell I can't like say what it is, or people might flood me with it.
Right.
It's got to just show up. Okay.
Well, my next question.
Oh, you have more questions?
I have got a lot of questions.
Okay, what do you have?
Is just, I mean, we've kind of been talking about this the whole time, but what are there any specific things you're doing to try to kick your year off with a different energy, or to like really get on top of goals? Do you have your goals all settled and scheduled? Okay, great.
They're right here.
I would hope so. We talked about business planning for a couple weeks in a row. So what are you doing? I mean, it's already the 6th of January.
Oh, I know.
We're already a week in.
Yep.
So what are you doing to make sure you hit those goals this month? Like, how are you kicking off?
I mean, today I went back through my all the listing appointments. This is interesting. Here's one example. So FSBO listing appointments plus other non-FSBO listing appointments, but all of those FSBO ones that didn't work out, I just felt like were junk. Like a lot of them either listed with discount broker, like list yourself in the MLS, you know, or listed with somebody else, or sold with a friend, or whatever. So I just have been going through and just being like, did they sell? Did they not sell? There was like 20 of them, you know. Called a guy today and he said, yeah, he had a property that was he had a renter in it and just trashed the place. I was like, you could sell it as is for this. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a whole reno on it. And he ended up hiring a company/agent who did all the renovations and is listing it. And then he was like, but I have my current home and I'm selling it this fall, and I'd like you to come out in April and meet with me for that one. And so it's not all dead. It's not all gone. So like, what am I combing through in that regard? I'm doing all of that right now. The other thing I have on my thing is database stuff. So just going through, following them on social media. And then I don't know if we talked about, I'm doing, excuse me, I'm setting a goal to do 8 like coffee walk somethings a month. So 2 a week, not with the intention of, do you want to buy, sell, or invest, but just relationship building and letting whatever comes naturally out of that come naturally out of that. I have 5 of those scheduled. So that feels great.
Amazing.
Feels great. But I know in a month I'm going to be like, who's next?
Yeah.
You know,
it's
how many people?
harder.
It's going to get harder. So yeah, what are you doing to kick things off?
Nothing. No.
None of your business.
I can't tell you.
Why?
Sorry, I'm looking around because I lost my water bottle.
Oh,
It's over here.
Do you want to go get it? Are you feeling?
No, it's right here. I got
Okay.
it. I mean, this is a really funny one, but kind of a renewed focus on social media. Last year, I was much more present on social media. And then this year, I've been posting like every day something on my team page and then sharing that. And what's interesting is that I kind of forgot I have a lot of past clients that follow my team page but don't follow me.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm friend requesting people. I'm also just going through my whole past client database and trying to find them on social media and follow them, or friend request them on Facebook, depending on where they are. So I just I'm doing a few of those a day because I also don't want it to be like, oh, it's the new year.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Also fine. So, but again, I'm seeing all of these messages through social media that was like, oh, every real estate agent is posting every day to social media right now. It's like, some of us are. Yeah. Because we're trying to build
a business.
Thing. Anyway.
We're trying to build a business.
I was like, I feel seen and I don't like it. No. So I've been doing that. That's going to just, and honestly, my social media ebbs and flows with my energy and my wanting to put myself out into the world. And I'm fine with that. I don't care if I'm perfect at it. Right now I have time and energy, and I've kind of been taking end of day time to prep the next day's stuff. And so it's all ready. And then the next day, if I need to take pictures or video or whatever, I do it. So that's been, that's part of it. And then, and through that, I'm pretty sure that between an email that I sent out on New Year's Eve and that change in social media, I think that's all 3 of the people that messaged me came through those things.
Wow, that's great.
And it's not that they wouldn't have, but I think because I had a renewed, I'm showing up in their feed because I'm posting every single day. So instead of maybe missing the one post a week I do, they're seeing me.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, we should message her. We were talking about that over Christmas. Because they're all like weird. They're not like, we're making a move this year. They're like land purchases. They're second homes. They're investors. So I think that's interesting. And I mean, for what it's worth.
It helps people remember. It's
People
like,
are,
we're on top of mind.
Oh yeah,
when
we
you're
we need to reach out.
Yep.
I'm going through my pipeline as well. So 2025 pipeline, everybody that I met with that did not list, none of them are planning on listing with other people. They all were, it's not the right time, or the money doesn't make sense, or something to that effect. And so I have 4 or 5 that were lining up for February, March list dates. So that's
great.
That's kind of this week, honestly. I am also putting back together. I used to work old expireds, and this is does not feed my soul, but talking about now business or pushing for expansion business outside of where I know business will come from, because I've been doing this as long as I have. I'm relaunching my old expired plan. So I'm working on that this week.
Good for
as
you.
well. So those are kind of my focuses right now.
Go get it, boss.
Don't ever say that to me again.
You don't like that?
I hated that so much.
Go get it, bitch.
It
boss.
made me feel really gross. I don't know why. I didn't like it.
I feel like I know why. It's just a feeling.
Yep.
That's
okay.
good.
Next topic. I'm just pushing this right along.
Good job.
I got stuff.
Great. What else you got?
Okay. Let's talk about the market of the moment.
Okay.
So what is going on? I shared a little bit with you. I think we're in a really interesting time here in the Twin Cities. If you are not in Minnesota, or you're not in the Twin Cities and you're listening to this, I would genuinely love a DM or a quick note in our email. hello@realestatedonerightishpod.com. I would love to hear if this resonates or not, if you're in a different market. I know there are some listeners in different markets, because we can see you.
Where
we can
you're
see you on the map. We know you're not here.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to hear and it doesn't have to be lengthy. It can just be like, that really resonates, or not at all what's happening here. I would just love to know. But here, what I am seeing, and this is very anecdotal, but I did just look at December numbers as well. What I'm seeing is that we are so seasonal here, and this year's seasonality felt different to me. The holidays felt incredibly slow and incredibly quiet, and I think part of that was December was cold and snowy, and we haven't had a cold, snowy December in a minute. The last couple of years, I mean, it's been like we're wearing no coats on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so December didn't really feel like winter yet, and then we had this convergence of winter market weather as spring market was building. And so we never felt this like extreme holiday or extreme seasonality pause. And to me, in the last couple of years, this year, I think economic factors, weather,
We got
who
some
knows what
weird
else.
stuff happening in Minneapolis too, with politics and just
all kinds of
there's a lot of
uncertainties
uncertainty that's
it feels a little bit like we are more like Minnesota's usually so chill. It feels like there's a tension, and just like is fraught the right word? Like, it's like we are like fraught with like angst right now.
I just one of the clients I talked to today is a legal citizen, but immigrant from Mexico. They had planned on purchasing an investment property and selling their home that they own right now, contract for deed. And when I talked to him today, he's like, we're not going to do it anymore with everything going on. We're just going to find a way to pay off the deed. And when we move next, it's moving back to Mexico. We just don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And like, how much of that is happening just with people in general, or like, I don't know, different funding that's getting frozen for different things. People are like, oh, my childcare just got frozen, and so now I can't work, and I have to. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
So, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So anyway, I feel like we just are coming out of this like extra seasonal holiday period here, where it really, to me, felt like things slowed down in a way they haven't. And because of that, a lot of properties have to sell sellers were dropping prices.
Yep.
So I'll share anecdotally, we had this happen twice this week. One was a single family house, one was a condo. They were homes that had both been on the market for between 3 and 6 months. They had done systematic price adjustments, but none in the last 60 days.
Oh, interesting.
They went early and they kind of got to like a rock bottom pricing sometime in November, coming up on Thanksgiving. And I think that a lot of those people were like, well, we're not going to do additional
We're going to just hang
reductions
tight through the holidays.
Like
Yep.
there's the odds of more buyers coming to market are lower
Right.
during that time. So we're just going to wait and get into the new year. But the homes that got into I'm going to call it a below spring market price point. Now we're seeing these early spring buyers enter the marketplace, and a lot of them are investors or people that were in the market last year.
Yep.
That's the two that we had this happen to this week.
Yep.
They're hitting the market ground running. We had some people that were out looking December 26th. January 3rd, 4th, this weekend really kind of kicked off. But those homes that were holiday priced, the two that we wrote on, both of our clients, one investor, one single family, both went into multiples and
How annoying.
went under contract immediately. So what I'm seeing like these sects of the market right now. I'm seeing holiday priced homes snapped up by these pre-spring, early spring buyers who know the market, and they're looking and they're like, that's a
deal.
That's a November price point, and I'm getting it on January 5th because there was so little activity during the holidays.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's happening. The homes that were on the market through that period and did no price adjustments, crickets. They're still sitting and they're
interesting.
overpriced.
Yeah.
And then there's the new inventory. And what's really interesting to me about new inventory right now, we were just looking for a specific buyer and we were scrubbing through some of our expired lists and trying to find something off market for this buyer. The new inventory, we're seeing two things happen. One is that listing agents are guiding their clients to list for January, not for May or April. And some are listing like it's May or April. And they're coming on gangbusters. I'm like, whoa, we're not quite
high
there.
on the end of the price range. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, we're not quite there yet.
No.
You're jumping the gun a little bit. We do, it's not December, but they're not pricing for January 5th.
No.
Which is
Softer.
Really, you got to kind of be priced November, December pricing competitive right now to pull in the few buyers that are out there. And that's going to build every week. I think new buyers will be entering the marketplace. But so I just thought it was really interesting that we're kind of seeing these different sections of the market, and buyers are smarter than they've ever been. And I think the buyers that are out right now are the most educated buyers because the real spring buyers aren't quite out yet. They're prepping right now.
Yep.
Right now, who's out are, again, people that have been looking since last June, and they lost out on
opportunity
homes
time. It's opportunity time right now, still for buyers before the slew of buyers actually
and
hit
we're
the
seeing
market.
that by like things getting snapped up that are an opportunity.
Like, shoot, yeah.
So I think who's out right now are those prepped buyers, and then investors is what I'm seeing, and yeah, they're smart. So if you're coming on the market in the next 2 weeks with a listing, I would really dive into data and be looking at really how competitive are you going to be at the price that you're going on. And I think it's still time to be competitive on pricing today.
Yep.
You get away with a lot more in end of February.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, unless you have somebody that absolutely has to sell, this is not what like real estate coaches would traditionally tell, because they're like, get them signed, get them on the market ASAP. And it's like, yeah, but if it's me, if it's my house and I can afford to wait and I don't have to sell right now, I'm waiting a month to go on the market in order to optimize
Depends
it.
on what your goal is.
Well, if I want to optimize my dollars and leverage, then I'm waiting.
Yeah, not every seller does. Also, I would say if you're a sell buy right now,
Right. Yeah, that's a good
and you're
point.
going to be buying and there's nothing out there right now
Right.
for you because inventory is still so low, you need to sell before you can buy.
Yep.
I would be getting on right now so that the second that spring inventory starts hitting,
You're ready to go.
because you're going to have to be uber competitive in those months. And
Yep.
otherwise you might miss your market.
Yep.
And you might be homeless.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
that's never fun.
I mean, we have clients that are setting themselves up for that for this spring.
Yeah.
They're getting ready. They have to sell in order to buy. Contingencies are still too tight. You can't be competitive with a
Yep.
home sale contingency here. And so they're prepared to be homeless
Yep.
if they need to be for however long so that they can be as competitive as possible. You know, cash is in the bank. They're ready to go.
Yep.
So,
Okay. That's a good
We do
market
it?
of the moment. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. All right. Well, final. I have one more thing to
Oh,
talk
you
about.
do? Oh my gosh, you really whipped up a good
Jen,
agenda for
we
today.
talked about all of this beforehand. I just wrote it down.
Did we talk about all of this? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we did. It was kind of cash though. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was-
I made it formal.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Final thing, as we're talking to our pipelines, you and I had this conversation.
Yeah, buyer stuff.
As you're talking to your pipelines and buyers are preparing, we just started talking about the importance of having a really good lender. You made a comment, and I hope I'm gonna throw you out there a little bit. But you made a comment of like, we should know about all these programs and we should know about how to talk to buyers right now so that if somebody doesn't think they can buy, we can be like, well, hold on, this might be a program that matches you. And I was like, stop, please don't try to know about all the programs. It's not our job. Now, anecdotally, to know about some and to be able to say, hey, I just saw this.
Right.
I just saw this come out on the topic of being a self-employed buyer, for instance. So I'm going to urge you, I'm not going to tell them about the program because I don't
Reach
know
out
and I
to the
don't
loan
know if they're
officer,
going to
yeah.
if they're going to qualify or if it's even going to be an option for their situation. But let me connect you with my best lender that is my best educational lender. And what I said to you is like the worst thing that's going to happen from that conversation is that you're going to have a plan to get into a property
Right.
at some point.
Right.
It might not be right now, but that's baseline worst case scenario. And so I feel like if we reframe that of talking to a lender does not have to be scary. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not right now, but everybody can get approved someday.
Right.
But if you don't know what the path to there is, then what are we doing? Then we're just dreaming and
Right.
wishing and hoping.
Right.
And so I think that, and then really making sure that we're getting really good lenders who are education focused and have that plan in place. The one that we were talking about today, she literally just posted, this is how this goes on her social media. And I saw it and I was like, oh, what a lovely framing for people, for consumers to understand that we're going to have an intro call. We're going to talk about your documents and your options. And then we're either going to give you a plan for the future and a checklist of things you need to do, or we're going to get you pre-approved.
Yep.
You're going to walk away with something.
Yep.
And it's going to be something on paper that's tangible and it's like a plan. So I just think that right now, as we're trying to build pipelines, super important.
Yeah. And even if it's not just one, if it's a few, because like the one program that I had heard about, I did hear about it from this same loan officer online, Allison Larson, shout out to her with Guild Mortgage, was FHA's 0% down duplex. And because you can use the rent as qualifying income for the property, she's helped several people in the last year who had no, like college students who had no money to put down and who didn't really have a long history of credit, but because the program, we're able to get them in and just have their full mortgage paid for by this, renting out the other half of the duplex. But that's like, not every lender offers that as an option.
Right.
It's not every. So even if you have a good LO, do you have access to some other people that have access to different products, and are they educating you is maybe the better question, rather than do you know about all the programs? It's because there's a lot that I don't know, and I don't know if I don't know,
Yeah.
we don't know what our blind spots are. So maybe even reaching out to them and saying, hey, can you give me a highlight of some of your top programs right now that you think I should know about?
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, I love that. I think anytime we talk about lending, I get like, don't know too much.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be misguiding people or having the wrong conversations, but know enough to be able to guide the conversation towards them talking to your lenders.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, on the topic of having multiple, we have like 4 or 5 on our list. 2 are highly educational and are willing to take people through like full credit restoration or find programs for them to get debt to income ratios differently, or, like really hands-on, like we will get you there eventually type of people. Some of them are like, this is the best match for you. Bing, bing, boom. there's one phone call and the rest is digital because that's the best fit for some people. And so, and then everything in between. So I always tell buyers that I'm talking to, please don't talk to one person.
Yeah.
Talk to 2 or 3. And it's not necessarily that they're going to have different products. Some may have access to different products. It's going to be about who you feel comfortable having really what can feel like hard conversations with.
Yeah.
And who you can be really open and honest with. And you can tell them, like, I don't understand this, or this is kind of embarrassing, but I just did this. Is this going to mess things up?
Right.
Who do you vibe with in a way that you're going to be able to have those kinds of conversations with? And I'm like, that's what I want you to focus on.
Right.
Because if they're telling you they can get you through the process, every lender right now that's on our list is going to be able to do that.
Right.
If they can, right? If they have a product that matches you. So it's more about, who feels good and safe. And like they can, and also
who
like,
could you get a little snuggling with, but
Well,
not in a
not a
like
snuggle.
a hug, just
no
a
one's
hug.
snuggling their lender. I hope. I mean, that's different podcast. That's my Snuggle Your Lender podcast, which is only out once a year, and I don't tell anyone about it.
Oh my gosh.
No, the client should feel comfortable talking to their lender without snuggling their lender. Is the idea. I had to try to get that back on the rails, and it didn't work. Here we are.
Is that it?
That's everything I have to say.
Okay. Well then, everybody, guess what this means?
We did it.
We did it. That's all for this week's episode of Real Estate Done Rightish. Until next time, cheers to doing it rightish.
How fast?
You decide. We don't want it slow, but we don't want it I mean, it could be funny if it's really fast.
I don't know how fast I can do it. We'll try. I'll just do it as fast as it feels okay. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general knowledge and informational purposes only and do not constitute professional, legal, or financial advice. As licensed real estate agents in the state of Minnesota, we are not attorneys, financial advisors, or tax professionals, and we cannot provide advice in those areas or in regards to any agency or broker-specific topics in any other state. Any reliance you place on the information provided in this podcast is strictly at your own risk. We strongly encourage you to consult with qualified professionals for specific guidance related to your individual circumstances.